Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gull, broadcasting to anyone who can still hear him. We're back, and we are, once again, surviving Mars. I'm really enjoying this series. It's been very, very fun so far, and I think we're getting to the point where interesting things are going to start happening. Now, I wanted to start this episode, and I'm going to try and do this in more episodes as we move forward, by responding to a few of your comments. There's a lot of you been commenting recently, and I'm really pleased about that. We went through a period where not so many of you commented on my videos, or our videos, I should say, when Bane was involved with the channel, and it's nice to see a little bit of an upsurge in the comments. So thank you so much for that, guys. We had a comment yesterday from Miko Lertorvita. My apologies if I've said your name wrong, but he said he'd like to see more and larger domes, and he doesn't want me to skip any gameplay at all. He wants to see it all happen organically. I can understand that, Miko. I think that might be a good idea, so we'll try and do that unless there's any really extended boring period, and then I might do cuts, just because I don't want you guys to get bored. So I'll try and do a full gameplay series without any cuts, but if there is an extended period when nothing at all happens, for example, if we don't have the resources to do anything and we're just sat there waiting, I may do small cuts, but I'll be very clear when I do. Captain Brody, Anders UK, and Fran Vieira, they're all enjoying the series, which is fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And back on episode 2, Mikael Moen, he said he'd love to see a Stargate-themed mod for the game. That'd be super cool. I think you'd have to change a few of the mechanics in order to bring it into a Stargate setting. As an example, I think the first thing that you would need would be a gate, perhaps an unpowered gate, so you can get through to the planet, and then you've got to take various actions in order to receive more resources. I think from SGC we know that without a dial home device, the gates, they require immense amounts of power in order to be able to dial out. So what you might have to do is save up a load of power in batteries in order to activate the gate and gain more resources, or send resources back, either or. That could be quite an interesting limiter on the game, and of course, because of the vast distances involved in gate travel, you naturally wouldn't be able to have shuttles coming and delivering you things. That would be really interesting as a game mechanic. There are some simple things that you could do. For example, these little drones here, you could change their visual appearance to be Malps. Nice and easy. The laser defences against meteors, those could of course become some... I can't remember the race, unfortunately, but they could become the ion cannons that the SGC managed to get hold of. For power generation, Naquadah, Quadria, generators, ZPMs, all very interesting stuff. And of course, there are little kind of mini shuttle bays which transport resources around the map. You could change those to a bay for a Tolan shuttle, as an example. So yeah, I think a Stargate theme mod could work. You'd have to be very careful about the way you implemented it, because there isn't quite such a scale of exploration as you would expect from Stargate. So you'd really have to think very carefully if you wanted to make a mod that was Stargate themed, but certainly not impossible, is it? Now, let's get with the gameplay now that we've discussed some of your comments. I can see that we've got a little bit of a power shortage at the moment, which is something of a concern. Now let's take a look. That's primarily, I expect, because of our dome. It's taking 15 power, and then you've got various things within it taking additional power as well. That means we're going to need to sort that out. Of course it does. So let's grab ourselves some additional... Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll grab ourselves some nice additional wind turbines. Now, typically they make about 10 each. I'd rather have an overflow, so we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make 5 more wind turbines, and that should be fine. We know that we've got plenty of water. We're not concerned about that. We are now getting metal in as well. Only 3.1 a day, but that's ample. That's sufficient. Without further ado, let's go back into speedy mode, and we'll see what happens during the course of this episode. I'm ever so sorry that you guys didn't get a stream last night. I was intending to do a coding stream for Ages of the Federation with Max, but sadly when I got home I had a migraine, so I quite simply went to bed and tried to sleep it off. I do feel a hell of a lot better now, so I'm pleased that I did that. Let's get you sorted out. The founder stage, 8 souls remaining. Let's just take a look at the overall comfort of our citizens. Excuse me, citizen. Ooh, we're just going to have to go into slower mode. Okay, our comfort's only 60. Service building was closed when she tried to enter it. That's a bit unfortunate. Now, we've got 12 of a potential 14 residents. Now, one thing that I could potentially do is I could get more citizens in. Now, let's take a look and see. We would need more accommodation. Now, I don't want to make poor accommodation at the moment. That's one thing that I don't think I would appreciate doing. So we're just going to go for living quarters again. Now, what else would be potentially useful to us? Now, a research lab is, of course, going to be useful. If we have more citizens, then there will be more people that can work in said labs. How big are playgrounds? Do we want playgrounds yet? Because we can't be sure that children will be born. So perhaps something that increases our comfort somewhat would be useful. Casino complexes, they're very, very big. I'm quite concerned about that. We could go for a space bar. That provides a little bit of service comfort, as you can see, and it provides space for rest and relaxation, fancy cocktails, relaxation, drinking, and social. Maintenance is only concrete. I like that. We will take a space bar. Now, we do have a medical centre already, not a problem. Open air gym is too big, casino complex is too big, we know that. It's not realistic for us to be able to get an art workshop or an electronics store at this point. Dome spires, again, no, not much good to us. Now, we could take a nice little statue there, so we can get more comfort. I'm very, very tempted to get a nursery. Very tempted. We won't in the short term. We won't in the short term.
Meteor shower incoming.
Oh my, a meteor shower. That's potentially awful. Let's speed back up. I think that's all we need for the time being. Do we have a spare rocket that we could... No passenger rocket. Okay, close. So we need to send the... Oh, we have sent the rocket back. 64%. Good. Let's take a look. Okay, so production...
For the first time,
Ooh.
a human has
My
been
God, we've
born
already
on
got one
Mars.
born! That's incredible!
It's truly a unique miracle.
Excuse me, my apologies. We've already had a Martian born. Wow. For the first time a human has been born on Mars. It's truly a unique miracle. The colonists have always felt like a family, but what makes the family stronger and more united is the promise of new life and a better future. We have been truly blessed with a rewarding responsibility to carry the torch of hope. Let this blooming of life serve as a symbol for all humans. Mars is no longer a dead world. The colony has been evaluated positively already. Additional colonists can be called from Earth. Let's pause. That changes our priorities. This we're going to have to not build. And I think we're going to need a school. We have to educate our children. I like that. That looks good. Now, in addition to that, we need to make sure that our children are well cared for. So let's give them a playground. Oh, this is wonderful. And we'll also stick a nursery in so the children have somewhere nice to live. We can get a passenger rocket in now. I think we've got a spare. Yes, yes, we have. That is wondrous. Any quirks that we can have? No. We've said no to floors. We've got 14 potential colonists. Launch the rocket. Launch anyway. Now, please, 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 Meteor Storm, be somewhere that doesn't kill my colony while it's just brought new life into this world. Please, don't do it. Oh my, our apartments are being built. Disaster starts in 2 sols. Oh, if it hits here, we die. We kind of need that Moxie. Only needs a little bit of metal. You bringing metal? Come on, lads. Ah, the Moxie's already fixed. Great. Okay. First Martian born. That's just amazing. Before we even produce food on our planet. Sol 34. I think that's pretty damn good. They were here for 2 sols before they popped out a sprog. Amazing stuff. Well done, lads. Well done. The consumption isn't even that good either. 2 colonists couldn't satisfy their interest in gaming, couldn't satisfy their social interest, and couldn't satisfy their interest in shopping. That's no good. We'll open these for longer hours once we get some more colonists over, which is, I think, quite soon. Yeah, 44%. It only carries 12 food. How long have you got until you create your soybeans? Ah, not all that long. That's potentially good, because we're getting closer and closer to a bit of a worry with regards to food. How's our research going? Productivity training is in the process. Neural empathy is going to be great because we get empaths. Yeah, and then we're going to get some nice crowdfunding, and we're going to get more research from our sponsor as well after that. These are all really good. Battery optimization is also going to be useful because it's going to make our drones last a little longer. What's going on over here? Oh, you just need...
Research complete.
Research is complete with the productivity training. Now we are researching the neural empathy. Wow, I really didn't expect to get that so quickly. What do we need here? We need some more electronics. Just concrete here, not a problem. Oh, lots of polymers. My. Ooh. Just have a drink of my delicious coffee.
Sector scanned.
Another sector with nothing of any use. Thank you for that. Got a lot of fuel, so when our rockets do land, we're not going to have a problem refueling them and sending them back nice and quickly. Got our drone hub here. Actually, I think that's in a really ideal position. No, it's not a drone hub, it's a drone thingamajig. Where's our researcher? There he is. Let's bring him back and get him charged. God, I hope this meteor storm isn't bad. Aha, haha, more colonists. Okay, in line with that, we're going to give this an extra additional work shift. This an additional work shift. Medical Bay already has an additional work shift, that's fine.
New colonists have arrived.
The new colonists have arrived. We'll see if there's anybody unemployed. We've got 1 person unemployed at the moment. But we're going to need them for the school, not a problem. We've got 3 vacant residential slots. There you go, Gamma Dust Devil, what an awesome name! Let's take a look at her, she's Martian born. She's got no specialisations. She's in the living quarters at the moment because we haven't finished the nursery. And you can see we're going to refuel this nice and quickly. I'd like to get it refueled before the meteor storm starts because I don't want any of my rockets being destroyed. You're on high priority, absolutely perfect. 7 of 40. Oh, lovely.
Cable fault reported.
Uh-oh. So near cable fault, we'll be okay. Looks like we're going to need some more storage over here. There you go, that should make things easier. We can't destroy you yet, can we? No. Anything that's a concern? No, oxygen is great. Power is fine now. Yes, excellent. When we get a second dome, we're going to fill that with kind of electronics hubs and things like that, so we can produce our own resources. We're okay for everything right now. Food consumption is only 2 at the moment, so we do have a fair amount. We've got 9 in, we've got enough for a few souls, and that's going to be okay. Metals, production is 3, metals maintenance is 1.7, that's fine. Concrete production is through the roof. Now let's take a look at all these. 0.4 polymers maintenance, 0.6 electronics maintenance, and 1.6 machine parts. Machine parts are going to be the early problem that we have. Why are you going so slowly? You just decided that you're incapable. Let's take a look. 29 of 40. Disaster starts in 2 hours, bugger. Come on, lads. Please don't hit my dome. Please don't hit my energy production. Oh, my. It's a good thing we're not worried, isn't it? you know, it might be nice for us to, having thought about it, we're going to get one more power accumulator over here. And I think I'd like to get another water tower. Life support, here we go.
Humankind might
Oh.
be on the verge of a new golden age, and we have to be the ones who ride the crest of that wave.
A new era of scientific discovery is ahead of us, and we are the ones who are blessed with the opportunity to be on Mars, a completely new territory where new scientific discoveries lie behind the corner. We're talking about new ideas which could sweep the human minds and the market and give us a tremendous head start in the future. The primary reason to go behind the creation of this colony... Sorry, excuse me, the primary reason behind the creation of this colony is scientific, and that is what we're expected to do, to push the boundaries of human knowledge. We want 40 technologies researched at Sol 100. Currently researched technologies at Sol 37 are 16. Okay, so we're kind of we're on form for that. We are on form for that. What was I trying to do? Life support. I wanted another water tower here to look after it. Lift off. Go rocket. And is there oxygen storage anywhere? Oxygen tank. Because if anything untoward happens... What do you mean blocking objects? There are no blocking objects. There we are. With these additional items, it means if something takes these out, at least... It's up here. Oh god, our water production. Our universal depot. Worrying, worrying, worrying. As soon as that's over, you can see that
Anomaly found.
we've got 2 research anomalies. That's awesome. Do you know, while meteor showers have the potential to be utterly devastating, they're also potentially quite useful as well. That's interesting to think. Okay, we've got a little child there who can satisfy his needs. Good. Her needs?
Research
Yes,
complete.
Neural empathy is complete. Oh, yes. What's this? Martian education. The new building, Martian University. 30 concrete, 10 metal, and 20 electronics. That's a lot of electronics. Trained scientists, geologists, botanists, medics, engineers, or security specialists. That's awesome. That's truly awesome. Right now... Is that one? Do we want that yet? Research points production increased. We will take the breakthrough. Transport optimization we don't want yet. How much cash do we have? 1,350? Okay, we're getting there. We will be able to have another thingamajiggy. I know what I'm talking about. There we go. Let's get a few more queues. Do we still have anybody unemployed? No, no one employed now. Of course they're employed in the school. And we've got kids. We've got loads of kids. We're going to have a housing problem. Ah, there we go. Look, we can move some residents over.
Milestone achieved.
Milestone achieved. We produced food. There we go. Excellent. Everything is going so well. I don't trust it. Hopefully the kids are going to move in here. Oh, looks like we need some maintenance over here. Yeah, here we go. The kids are moving in here. Gamma Dust Devil. She's an empath. Oh, look, she's an empath. Raises the morale of all colonists in the dome. That's amazing. It stacks as well. That's something to note. I would like... I think religious might be nice in some ways. Higher individual base morale, low sanity, never leads to suicide. Quite good. I think the enthusiast trait is going to be useful. What does compose do? All sanity losses are halved. Okay. Yeah, composed is a nice one. Survivor's interesting. Loses less health without food, water, oxygen, or when living in an unpowered dome. We have to hope that that never happens. So I'd like to chain... Nerd is actually a good one. This is actually a good mix because we're trying to research new technologies fast. I've still got 1 day remaining on that meteor storm. Wow. I'm surprised and delighted about what's happened here. I can't believe... How many empath children do we have? She's an empath. Okay, so Gamma Dust Devil is an empath. Gaia Jetson hasn't got anything going on at the moment. Leo Fifth, nothing going on right now. And there we go. So we've got no more empaths at the moment. But we've already got 4 children in the dome. It's incredible. I almost feel like we're not going to have to bring many more people in. Right, overall comfort in the dome isn't great, but look at the morale, it's 79. That's great morale. Really is good. The relaxation buildings are full. That's a bit sad. We've done everything we can. Sector D7.
Building a new home on an alien world. That takes guts, to say the least.
Okay, after all, purpose is the strongest long-term driver. Since arriving on Mars, Jules Christophe's enthusiasm has proven to be above average, even by founder norms, and the prodigious productivity displayed can be boiled down to one simple explanation. Jules Christophe really loves doing what Jules Christophe is doing. That's the spirit! Excellent, enthusiast as well. In spite of the fact that we haven't chosen one of the easier starts, we're having a damn good time, aren't we? I'm really, really pleased about everything. Average sanity is great. Average health is wonderful. We've got 5.6 food in the dome. I can see that it's been moved around. I think we're producing some tatties now. Yes, we are. Some tatties. Oh, look. You're Dominique Christophe, which I must presume is the husband of the person that we were just looking at. He's an empath as well. Raises the morale of all colonists in the dome. The effects of multiple empaths do their thing. Vegan isn't really anything at all, is it? It's what I would call a null trait. It doesn't really do anything good or bad. Let's just make sure that we're okay. We could do with a delivery fairly soon. Yep, metals production is good. We're going to need a second dome, though. There you go, Miko. You're going to be getting what you wanted soon. We're going to have a second dome. Where? We want one over here, but it's bloody difficult to get to. It's so good, though, because we want those rare metals. And it spreads our colony out more again. Having our colony spread out is one of the greatest potential things that we can do, because we are at risk of meteor showers, at least until we research the lasers that can defend us. Come on, give us more, give us more. Okay, let's get our research bot. We are going to go and get that additional research. So I think perhaps what we want to do in order to facilitate this is a tunnel. Now it takes a lot of machine parts, so I'm going to get a delivery first. But I think perhaps we'll do a tunnel here and have it come out somewhere over here, and then we can get a dome right between these two deposits. That's probably going to be our goal and our aim. But we won't do it quite yet. Let's take a look at that research. Oh, no, that's rockets. Research. Battery optimization is more than halfway done. We're probably going to get 1,000 boost. Research labs are producing a lot. That's really good. Fantastic. Research per sol has gone up immeasurably. Got a malfunctioning cable. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We've got somebody else who's got something. Paulette David. You are a composed, founder, sexy enthusiast, and an empath. I bet our morale is mental in this dome now. 79 morale. It is stacking. It's going up. The average comfort has gone up as well. Oh my. How many children do we have now?
Anomaly
This is going to become a problem quite soon. Yep, we've got an additional 1,000 research data. Or data. Let's get our little fellow to come over here. Now in the next delivery we're going to need a lot of machine parts, I think. A lot of machine parts. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Average, rare metals, a lot of concrete over there as well. We've got so much concrete on this map, it's unreal. which is probably the least desirable resource, realistically speaking. We will get a piece of research at some point that can break these down into more concrete, these dumping sites. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Food appears to be dwindling a little bit.
Research complete.
What's our food consumption? Boop. We've got 17 food. Our food consumption is now 3 because we're getting more citizens in. Mars crowdfunding is complete. $2,650 million. Excellent. And we're going to get our Erzmarth initiative, which is going to make for better research. General training. Colonists without a proper specialisation suffer a lower work penalty. Very useful. We'll take that. Rover Command AI. The RC rover no longer needs recharging. That's amazing. Starts with 4 additional drones, and command limit is increased by 12. Developing specialised AI with greater autonomy and advanced multitasking capabilities will allow our rovers to control more drones simultaneously. Clicking that. Alright, some good research. I think we've... Yep, there we go. We've found the thing that we needed. Let's bring this fella back for a nice recharge. He's earned his stripes today. Is anybody unemployed? No. Okay. Okay. Let's get a new rocket, a cargo rocket specifically. Now, one thing that I would like is like an RC transport. We can see it does cost 200 million. But it transports resources by itself, which is quite useful. In the short term, I don't think we need it, but it is something that we want. But we do need more resources, so I'm thinking something like... Well, that's more than paid for our tunnel now. Let's get up to 50. We've still got 40,000 kilograms. In fact, let's see just how much we can... Electronics is always really expensive. There you go. Our funding is gone. Our cargo capacity is gone. We get 50 of each. I think polymers might be a little bit less important in the short term. We'll take you down to 40. Maybe we could grab an extra couple of domes. Domes? Drones. And we could take 4 of them, which will lessen the workload. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. We've got one more rocket on the way. Wow, we got 1,500 from that anomaly. Oops, no, don't do that. Here. Research is continuing unabated. Colonists are relatively happy. How many kids have they had now? We've still got 2 slots, but that's all. Oh, we've got 4 slots in total. 5 slots in total. Okay. So, they can have some babies if they want. Not a problem. No one's unemployed, are they? No. So we've got 3 plus 2 vacant residential slots at the moment. 19 disabled work slots, but nobody's unemployed. Alright, let's just unpin you guys, because you're not mission critical. I'm really pleased that you're all empaths, because you've made everything a lot happier. Wow, it's plus 5. Oh, that's just Dominique specifically. Average morale is 79, so...
Resources are low.
Yeah, really good. Food resources claim that they're low. We're more than halfway to making some potatoes. There's going to be an absolute ton. Resources ain't that low. We're okay. We're
Anomaly
fine.
Found.
Ooh. Research blip. Let's absolutely get that. There we go. The rocket is inbound. When the rocket arrives, I think that's going to be the end of the episode.
Pipe leak reported.
Oh, pipe leak. Is that causing any major issues for us? Still no. Ooh, surprising. There we go. We've got a load of metals here that we could grab. How nice. But we are producing more metals than we are using currently, so not too terrible. I'm really hoping we can get the little transport shuttles deal in the near future. think that is probably going to be enough for the Earth-Mars initiative, which of course is going to give us more research points again. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, this is proving to be an enjoyable playthrough so far. I'm really enjoying myself. Another 1,000, and we've got Earth-Mars initiative. Let's get you back so you can do your thing. What's this? Martian patents. Okay, so that's just something, a facility that is repeatable whereby I can get myself additional funding. Don't want to do that. Not yet, anyway. Extractor amplification. We'll take it. We're probably not going to use it. And I think we'll also take the potential to make Stirling generators. Live from Mars. More applicants start to appear on Earth. Perhaps that's going to be one because it's an early research that we can use. We're not in danger of cold snaps. And in addition to that, magnetic filtering isn't something that we need in the short term. We will ultimately grab them though. We're not too low on food, don't worry. Look, you're nearly there. You're nearly there. No one's going to starve on my watch. No one is going to starve on my watch. Rockets here. Let's plop him down. What's your range like? Oh, not quite that good. Ooh, oh well. There we go. We've got plenty of materials on there. You can just be normal priority. That's fine. Excellent. Excellent. That means we're going to be able to make our tunnel in the next episode and hopefully create a new dome here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pause the game. We're at Sol 41 now, and that is all we've got time for today. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I think we've made some pretty major strides in this episode. I'm really, really pleased with what we've achieved. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you do comment. I really, really appreciate the comments, and if you say something fantastic, give me some good advice. Or simply just tell me something I didn't know before. I will, of course, try and read it out in future episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next one. This is the Gull out.
But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life. Now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.